Hello, this is King Bob, producer of the Jira Life, with this week's TJL Newsbreak. First up, a correction from Atlassian. Some customers of Jira Product Discovery received notices that JPD was being retired. This is not the case. As product manager Tanguy Cruzen says, only the beta plans are being retired, and the correction gives instructions on how to reactivate subscriptions from beta to a supported plan of free, standard, or premium. Next up, Atlassian has announced that the next long-term support release for Jira and Jira Service Management will appear in Q4 of 2024. This will be based on the recent released 10.0 platform and will have its features. We now turn to something that JSM admins that work with assets should take note. Atlassian has announced that asset object types will soon have limits on the number of unique constraints. In November, the number of constraints will move from unlimited to 2 per object type. They recommend admins reduce the number of constraints on its objects before October 31st or Halloween. Let's take a look at upcoming events Atlassian is putting on. First is the next stop for the Developer Day Tour. In Toronto, you're up. Developer Day is coming to Toronto on September 26th. Come and see how Atlassian can work for product management, platform engineering, and ensuring a great developer experience. More news on Team 24 Europe happening in Barcelona on October 8th to the 10th. Arsene Wenger, the longtime manager, 22 years for the Arsenal Football Club, will be a keynote speaker. See how his insights on the pitch apply to working on a world-class team, whether in football or in business. Let's now talk about some new enhancements coming soon. First, velocity reports in company-managed projects are going to get some love. Loading for that report is going to be done asynchronously to improve performance. Another enhancement coming is on the data center side. Because basic authentication for Google Workspace IDs is being removed by Google, Crowd will be updated to 6.1 to include OAuth 2.0 authentication for emails. Now let's look at notable Atlassian community events coming up. First, a bit of a plug. Most of the Jira Life will be in Atlanta, September 11th, for the next stop in the Barbecue and DevOps 2.0 tour. We will join co-author Ed Gale, have a barbecue lunch from Ed Gale's Barbecue, and talk about a few examples that are found in our book, the Atlassian DevOps Toolchain Cookbook. Also happening on September 11th is the next meeting of the Trello Trailblazers. They will continue their Mighty Morphin Power-Up Rangers series by looking at calendar power-ups. Berlin Brandenburg has a great event coming up on September 11th, and this one features Funman Andy and has demonstrations by Aptis and Resolution. Finally, on September 11th, Sydney will have Dr. Killian Lohman and 10-year Atlassian veteran Jason Wong talking about developing apps on Atlassian's Forge platform. September 12th has a slew of meetings, including a virtual live learning from Robert Heen. Prague meets on September 12th, where there's a guest to talk about knowledge management in the Atlassian world. Bucharest also meets on September 12th to talk about business intelligence, reporting, and time tracking. There may or may not be a surprise gift involved. The 4th ever meeting of the Debrecen ACE is also happening on September 12th. September 14th has an event in Pondicherry, India, where the subject will be ITSM. On September 15th, Makurdi, one of the home bases of Taiwo Ojo from Alluvium, has a Let's Talk Atlassian event where all questions will be answered. Austin will host an end-of-summer boat party on September 16th, sponsored by AppFire at Lady Bird Lake. Have fun, eat some barbecue, and enjoy that 3-hour tour. A 3-hour tour. Finally, a couple of events is happening on September 17th. The first is a live learning event hosted by our own Alex Ortiz. He will talk about using Jira Advanced Roadmaps for project managers. Also on September 17th, the Sofia ACE will meet and talk about mastering capacity planning. That's all the news for our TJL Newsbreak. Don't forget to like, subscribe, do all those YouTube-y things if you haven't done so already. And if you like our content and feel that we deserve some additional support, investigate. Take a look at becoming a member. And remember, we didn't choose the Jira life. The Jira life chose us.